I think the biggest thing for the students, other than the engagement's natural for kids, okay? Kids are so naturally engaged with this. They're more focused with it. But other than that, I think it's allowed many of our teachers to make their days longer. I have math teachers who are now putting additional help problems on the web, on their web page, or using parts of their book. Now every book comes with the technology piece. Kids can now go home and practice more, do more there. I'm seeing a lot of that with some of my kids in my more advanced classes. Parents always want their kids to be able to advance more, and this has really allowed them to do it. And whether it's through the textbook, which is wonderful, allowing you to do it, whether it's with a teacher, we have teachers filming their lesson, putting it on the web, and when the kid goes home and does their homework at night and the parent doesn't get it, well, this particular teacher does that, then go right on the web and see that lesson again. That's huge.
What I can say is that I see students being much more engaged in their own learning. You walk into classrooms and you'll see more instruction, which is basically students exploring and learning, and the teacher being more of a facilitator of that learning or that activity rather than just a deliverer of information or of knowledge. And if you have more engaged learners in their own development, they tend to learn more and progress faster. We had embarked at the high school on a rigor, relevance, and relationship model of high school improvement. And with that, we wrap that around technology being a tool that could help us to accomplish providing more rigor in the curriculum, making it more relevant for students. And the relationship part was building because students oftentimes understood how to use the technology better than the instructors did. So the relationship was building because teachers and students were working more as co-workers almost in terms of shared learning experiences rather than just being a one-way delivery from a teacher.
I laugh at when our emails are going and it's the end of the marking period and we're doing something with an online thing that needs to get in the grade book, and an email pops up from my math teacher saying, oh, by the way, some of you might be having trouble with this, because I was. To fix that, you do this and this. No one told her to do that. I didn't. Technology person didn't do it. It's just something, I think creating a culture of collegiality is the way to go.
And I think that what we're starting to see now that's really exciting are the teachers initiating those collaborative moments where they're sharing what they've done and posting what they've done, or standing up at an in-service with their peers and saying, hey, this is how I used iMovie in my biology class, or this is how I'm using the blog with my fourth graders.
That really led to some real improvements, and the collaboration that we started to see among staff also started to really improve, and that was part of our goal of developing more of a professional learning community.
The high school principal, Dave Himes, decided that one of the in-service days toward the end of the year, they would take the afternoon and just open it up for any teacher who wanted to share with the rest of the faculty what they're doing with technology in the classroom. Didn't think he'd get that many volunteers, so he set aside an hour of the afternoon workshop. 15 teachers of the 35 signed up to give a presentation, and people sat there for 2.5 straight hours without taking a break, watching their colleagues get up and give a demonstration of how they're using technology in the classroom. Those are the kinds of things that get me really excited to say, yeah, this is what we want, we're on the right track, people are really buying into this.
We already put things online, and we're going to be able to put more online. Teachers will be able to put lesson plans online. You know, 10 years ago, we didn't want to give a parent a lesson plan. Oh my gosh, no. Today, parents can go back on how did they learn that math. With parents, the hardest thing I'm having is we don't send textbooks home that much because they have access on the web. And parents are so used to that book. And it's so nice to say, it's okay. Go to the website. And not even that, if you don't like our website, there are 50 other websites that you can go to that's going to show you how to help your child do this.
Well, initially, I think that, I definitely have seen greater involvement of the community, and from the district's point of view, greater awareness of the community and their needs. We have put in what we call the Alert Now system, which is an emergency contact system, but we also use it just to make, there's a phone version and an email version, and we can send information out asking people just to look at something we've put on the website that we think is important for them to see. So there's greater, especially through the technology aspect, greater communication between the community and the board. And it's not just parents that are on there. We have other individuals that are part of the Alert Now system, and we can segment that to depending on the messages.
I think as we go further into it, you're going to even see more positive changes in some of those results. Probably the cautionary side of that is that even though we're instructing kids differently, and we believe kids are, if nothing else, happier about being in school and enjoying their learning experience more, and I think we're reaching more kids that way. Oftentimes the tests or the assessments, the achievement tests that are given are still testing in the same way that they always did. So where we will see kids creating and working at those higher levels of Bloom's taxonomy, oftentimes the tests are still evaluating on a very low level of Bloom's taxonomy. So they're still operating at a very low level, and we're having kids learn at a very high level. And so there's some conflict there.